And it's that time, the Rock. It is the second race of the playoffs. It is a North Carolina Lottery Education 400 right here from Rockingham. And of course, it's the second race of the playoffs. We saw a playoff spoiler in the last race in Kansas. And we return to Rockingham. After a hiatus in 2024, we're back for the 2025 season. And trust me, this is going to be an interesting race, I think, here at this next-gen car. We only had 2 races here at this next-gen car. 2022, Chase Elliott winning. 2023, Kevin Harvick winning. And the 2 drivers that have won, well, they went on to make championship runs. Kevin Harvick was able to pull it off in 2023. Chase Elliott wasn't able to pull it off in 2022 as Kyle Busch won the championship that year. And it's the middle race of the playoffs. So this is where I think if you're under the cut line, you start panicking just a little bit. This is where you need to, prove that you can win and prove that you have a shot at moving on into the round of 12 with the next round of the playoffs. Meanwhile, car's been fired up. Car is rolling off, and today Carson Hocevar starts on the pole. The 22-year-old from Portage, Michigan, on the pole. I believe his first pole this season, if I'm not mistaken. And he's not 2022 years old. That would be interesting, I gotta say. And man, about to get going here. It's been a couple of years. And this is such an historical racetrack. The first race here was in 1965. Held races every year since 2004. Came back in 2022. Had a 1-year hiatus. But we're back for good. And it's back for next year's schedule, too, so that's amazing. And here we go. Carson Hocevar, Zane Smith lead him to the green flag. We're underway at Rockingham. I said Zane Smith, excuse me, that's Todd Gilliland in the number 38. Can't get my drivers right already. A bunch of cars going side by side, and looks like some guy's going to migrate to the outside lane. That might be the preferred line here. That's what we kind of saw here with the old Gen 4s here back in the day. Cars just migrate to the top, and this surface is very old too. It's more than 30 years old. You got Carson Hocevar up there in front leading it here. Christopher Bell, 4 wins this year. Just going off here. Whoa! Oh, Chase Briscoe making a little bit of contact with Connor Zilich right there in the 7 car. Battling hard right there for position. Austin Dillon's going to be on the inside trying to make it 3 wide. Some more contact again. So we got Ryan Preece driving up the racetrack. Yeah, so far that outside lane, it's working pretty good for these guys. Normally you don't see that at most racetracks, but we're seeing it here today. Kyle Busch is going to drive at the racetrack a little bit. Nearly getting into the 1 of Chastain. We're going to back up now to Elliott right there. Trouble.
Yellow flag.
Around goes the 8. Kyle Busch goes around. Oh, and he gets hit by Denny Hamlin. The 8 of Kyle Busch goes for a spin. That'll be a caution here. First caution of the race here coming out on lap number 5. Take a look at the replay. Going right down there into 2, off the exit of 2. Looks like he just slides up a little bit and makes contact with 9. Here comes Denny Hamlin right in behind him. Then Zilich hits him. Keselowski gets some damage right there. I mean, a lot of some heavy hitters right there. 2 playoff guys. Busch and Hamlin. Yeah, he just drives up the racetrack, makes contact with the 9 right there. Just goes around and he's going to get hit here by Hamlin. Then Zilich has no time to lock at the brakes. Here's the onboard Kyle Busch. And man, you just got to think about what this will do for Kyle's playoff chances for moving on into the round of 12. I mean, it's pretty much going to hurt him right here. I think his playoff chances at moving on, he's just the first guy under the cut line. And I assume with that wreck, he would probably get pushed down lower a little bit in the playoff cut in the playoff picture. So he's going to hope to have a better Bristol next Saturday night, as we are about to get back underway from Rockingham in this race. I mean, it's been exciting so far. Had some crazy action, and I just think that action is going to start to continue on here. I think as the day goes on, you're going to see more of those mistakes happening out there. So yeah, let's just see. And you got a lot of playoff guys up here. 2 non-playoff guys running 1-2. Todd Gilliland, Carson Hocevar. I mean, it's just been... I don't know. It's going to be a wild playoffs, I can tell you that. Of course, this race 29 of 37 in the season. As here we go. About to get back underway. Green flag back in the air. Todd Gilliland didn't get a great restart right there. He's going to be stuck side by side with Christopher Bell in the 20. Bell, the defending Cup Series champion. Todd just had a bad restart on that outside. And there's so much... It's so slick on the surface here, this racetrack. It's kind of warm, humid out today, and with a slick surface, it gives the track some good character too. Daniel Hemrick going to be on the outside. Chase Briscoe going to lose positions on the bottom lane. He doesn't exactly have room, and I don't think his car is handling that well. I think he's going to have to move up to the upper groove. He's going to have to get up there if he wants to even remotely have a shot. Hamlin's moving his way up through the field. Ryan Preece looks like, Austin Cindric had to get way out of the gas right there. I'm not sure what happened there to cause Austin from braking hard there, but he does that. Cindric a playoff driver too, and he's coming in this race above the cut line, safe so far for round 2. And there's Denny Hamlin, who's involved in the lap 5 crash. So far, he's moving up through the field pretty steadily here. I wouldn't be shocked if he was up towards the front maybe at the end of the race. Doesn't have a lot of interior damage. There's a lot of cosmetic damage, but I think Denny's going to be just fine here. I thought that car was going to be pretty much killed from hitting him. And here comes Ty Gibbs going to the inside of Kyle Larson, currently running in the 8th spot. Gibbs won his first career race earlier this year in Phoenix, long ago in the 3rd race of the year, and now comes out today running in 8th. Healthy margin above the cut line. Carson Hocevar, though, has led all the laps today, so that's pretty good for him. I'm going to put him on the map, I think, as Byron's going to go to the outside right there of Gilliland. Byron just has a better car, faster car. Bell's going to get by. Ross Chastain now in the 1. And Bell went on a tear in the summer's kind of fallen off a little bit. I don't think he's done too terribly. You can see there 4 wins this year. I mean, Bell an odds-on championship favorite so far, as well as Chase Briscoe, Chris Buescher even. He is the 2024 champion, Christopher Bell, that is. Trying to become the first driver since Jimmy Johnson in 2007 to win consecutive back-to-back championships. Well, he went on to win 5 in a row. I don't know if Bell's going to be able to do that. Just moving on through the field. Kyle Larson going to go to the outside of William Byron. And we're talking about Buescher being a championship contender. He's all the way in the back today. But he has enough playoff points to, I think, where he's not going to be far back, as well as Chase Briscoe running an abysmal race right now, currently in 33rd place. Luckily, he has those 4 wins. And he has enough points from the last race to where if he can move up a lot of spots, he will be able to lock himself into the next round, as well as Denny Hamlin. Maybe as well as the potential leader of this winner of this race. That is a playoff guy. We didn't see a playoff driver winning it last week in Kansas. Of course, Bubba Wallace won the race. Just watching Chase right now. He's not running the ideal line, and his car's just not handling. He's just saying that the car is just not handling how he wants it to. Moving on up through the field, though. Running in second right now, running a career best race is Todd Gilliland. Looking for that first career winner. And this track in the past has kind of catered to the underdogs, if you really think about it. Well, Carson Hocevar is the race leader here at Rockingham. Looking for that second career win. We'll take a break. You guys are watching NASCAR on NBC. And welcome back, everyone, to the North Carolina Education Lottery 400 here. Second race of the round of 16, the middle race of it. Second last race, as Carson Hocevar is still leading this race. He's led all laps today, even those ones that were ran under caution for the Kyle Busch spin on lap number 5. And talk about a guy right here. He doesn't know his plans exactly for 2026. Rumors going by that he's going to Hendrick possibly, but I'm not sure. Bowman hasn't really announced anything formally yet. But let's go on board right now with Cole Custer in the 41. Looking back on Riley Herbst in the 35, moved to 23-11 late in the season. And that's a shocking, that is a savage graphic right there. Has won shockingly. And I guess if you want to talk about shocking things, he's in the playoffs. But he's last in the playoffs. So to the few Riley Herbst fans out there, I feel bad for you. But yeah, you can see where Custer's running up in the middle, top lane here. This is giving me Darlington vibes. This is what this track's driving like today. It's driving like Darlington. At Darlington was wider and was a D-shaped oval. You get Rockingham. Fly by the field a little bit. There is Kyle Busch, who's made his way up through the field. Getting around Connor Zilich in the 7 and the 47 is Stenhouse. And, you know, Kyle, I guess I really will feel for him. He's fallen off after that Gateway win. It's kind of lacked in performance the last year and a half or so. And he just said he was just lucky to get that St. Louis win, because if he didn't get that win, he wouldn't even make the playoffs. Excuse me there. Moving on up. Oh, through the field again. Keselowski nearly coming off the front bumper of the 2 car. And you can see the damage to his race car. He was also involved in that lap 5 wreck. He got into the back of the 7 of Zilich. Most far still leading this race. Todd Gilliland running in second. place right now. Sheldon Creed running in third. And I wonder if Sheldon's got anything today. He won that race in Iowa to get himself here in this position. He's the highest running playoff guy right now. Rookie of the year contender. I got Southern. Well, we're in the South somewhat. Kind of funny I can slip into a Southern accent. I'm not even from the South. It's from the Midwest. Anyway, enough about me. I can see there how they're just running in the middle of the line. Kind of running, I would say, somewhat similar to what the old Gen 4 cars ran here. But I feel like they can actually make the bottom work in these next gen cars. They just can't make the bottom work. In the Xfinity race yesterday, the bottom could work in the Truck Series race, but these next gen cars are so different though from the trucks and the Xfinity cars. We do have a halfway caution coming in 10 laps or so. Less than 10 laps, I believe. As Todd Gilliland's going to go to the outside. Oh, we try to get there. Exactly going to do it. Well, Hocevar is going to open back his lead up even more a little bit. Carson Hocevar, as I mentioned earlier, still looking for that second career win in the Cup Series. Such a talented guy. So yeah, I would expect this caution to come out here at the next lap or so. I don't know a definitive answer on when it's going to come out. We do have a battle, though, between Ross Chastain and Christopher Bell. But Bell's going to get the better edge of that. Get the position ahead of Ross. And now here comes Bell trying to challenge the 21 to Creed. Oh, he really had to get out of the gas. Got really loose. Whoa. More contact right there. Man, this racing good. Incredible racing right there. Now Chastain's going to get the spot. Now Kyle Larson's going to challenge the 20 of Bell. Yeah, I wonder what's going on with Bell here. That car's just not handling the greatest. Kyle Larson right here. Running inside the top 10, running in 6th spot. Won here in trucks in 2013. Here comes Ty Gibbs right behind him. Both these guys have one win apiece. Larson won Kansas. Gibbs, we mentioned it earlier, won at Phoenix, but here comes Byron maybe with a shot at it. Side by side. Gibbs going to have that spot on the outside. Going to pass him.
The yellow flag is out.
And there's our halfway break. Halfway caution here. Hocevar leading it. When we come back, we'll have the restart. Welcome back to the Rockingham Raceway for the second race of the round of 16, the North Carolina Education Lottery 400. Just past halfway in
Green flag.
Rockingham as the green flag back in the air. Oh, look at Larson nearly making contact there at the 38 car. Carson Hocevar, he is going to be pitting, it looks like. Hocevar down pit lane. So does the 38 car right there. Not sure a problem or something's going on with those cars right there. I think they just need to come down pit road. Some people did it during that last stop. They didn't. Well, excuse me there again. Ross Chastain, and how about Denny Hamlin making his way back up to the top 10? Up to the top 5. Wow, Denny Hamlin, the biggest mover in this race. You know, we got that front end damage from that crash. But here comes Sheldon Creed. He is the current race leader. He leads it over Kyle Larson. And Creed won earlier this year at Rockingham at Iowa. Got the Wood brothers their 100th win. And now trying to get their 101st win as a Cup Series organization. There's Denny Hamlin, who has made up a bunch of positions. You can see that damage, and I think right now as he runs, he's going to be able to move in on points after this race, a race early. But Sheldon Creed is the current race leader in that number 21 for Wood Brothers Racing. Yeah, and I think Sheldon is pretty much an underrated driver, and he's actually going to come in this time. Should be one of the final guys that come in that haven't really pitted today. Yep, he's coming down. As that'll give the lead to the 5 of Kyle Larson. He still only has 1 win this entire season. It's been mostly a mediocre year for Larson. But I'm not sure. You know, if he'll have the car to win it. Denny Hamlin, though, up to 3rd. Or, excuse me, up to 5th. My bad there. Looks like Hemrick and Custer will be coming down in, and those should maybe be the final cars that come in. I think Austin Dillon, I think he's going to signal fly that he's going to come in and get some work done to his race car. As Custer heads pit lane. Kozlowski is slow on the racetrack right there. Did not have great corner entry speed. Going to be battling with the 7 of Zilich. I think he's going to come down pit lane this time by. Yep, he is. Maybe work on that car a little bit more. As Hemrick's out of the pit lane, as well as Cole Custer. You can see there, Sheldon Creed will be 1 lap down. As we'll take a break here. You guys are watching NASCAR on NBC. Welcome back to Rockingham, where we are under caution with 25 laps to go for debris. As Kyle Larson leads it with 25 laps to go. And Larson looking for that 2nd win of the year. Maybe has a pretty good chance of doing it. Some cars going to go down pit road. Hemrick, it looks like, Custer and Todd Gilliland all going down the pit lane here, as the top 5 right now is Larson, Gibbs, Hamlin, Logano, and Christopher Bell. The top 5 in this race right now. So I think Larson, he has a car to win it, but I think Ty Gibbs might also have the car to win it too. I think for all the Gibbs fans out there, I think right now you're just praying that he gets a better restart, has a better car, better run, and I think that Ty can definitely hold Larson off maybe. Well, he's done that once, and he's probably done that more than once in his career. But he did win a race, obviously, this year. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure who's going to be the actual winner of this race. But we've seen a lot of these guys out here just run like wild today. We've seen them pretty much be dominant to the ones that have been able to So we're coming back to the green flag here in Rockingham, which could maybe be the final restart of this race. You never know, though. As I said earlier, cautions breed cautions. As the pace car ducks off. Coming back to the green flag. Green flag back in the air. Gibbs is going to have it on the outside. He's going to have that preferred line going down the one. Here comes Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs to the race lead. Can he try to hold off Kyle Larson? So far he is. Larson's going to go to the outside. Larson with the run. Larson's going to clear him. Kyle Larson led that lap. And has a big lead. We're trying to open up a big lead to the 54 Ty Gibbs. Denny Hamlin up here as well. Tyler Reddick's going to run wide and high. But Eric Jones going to be on that inside lane. But that top lane, we've been talking about it all day. It just is the better line, the preferred line right there. And so far, it's going to work. Jones, though, will have the run on the inside. Ty Gibbs up here. No falling back in fourth. Going on board Denny Hamlin, who moves in the second. Trying to chase down Kyle Larson. Here's his onboard. Denny just trying to run maybe in a different line. Larson running a different line. Hamlin running the higher lane. That's been where the momentum's at. Larson running a lower line a little bit. Kind of running that top. Denny Hamlin. Looks like he's going to get a run right here. Running in his line. Gonna go to the outside a little bit. Larson nearly is in the wall. Hamlin maybe trying to go at the crossover. Larson so far gonna hold him off. So the question is, where does Denny Hamlin start to get the move? Going on board. Well, I think Hamlin's starting to close in right here. Here he goes. Hamlin going to go to the inside. Oh, can't quite do it. Can't quite do it. Joey Logano's in third, and we know he's been winless in 2025. As Larson's going to lead it here with 15. laps remaining in Rockingham. And two cars that seem to be battling it out for the win will be Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson. Both guys with one win this season. Larson won Kansas. Hamlin won Martinsville earlier on in the year. And these two guys hungry to get another win. And that guy in third is just hungry for a win in general this year. Joey Logano. And I wonder if Young Money is going to be able to hold it off here for these final 14 laps. You know, Carson Hocevar is able to hold them off for like the final 24 for the first like 20 for like the first half of the race. Excuse me, man, I cannot get my words straight. Hamlin though going to close in. Larson though going to get the run. A little bit of a run right there. The 11 running in his line. Hamlin closing in even more a little bit. 12 to go. 12 laps remain for Kyle Larson. And Denny Hamlin, who's just trying to get everything out of his race car. You know he's damaged a little bit on the front end. But I wonder here, if Hamlin didn't have that damage to the front end of his race car, then I think he would be able to get up there and challenge him for the race win. But I think that front end damage is hindering him a little bit. I think it also has to do with the aerodynamics of this race car. Just so hard to pass in this next gen car, and I honestly kind of hate it a little bit, but I guess it is what it is. We'll just have to deal with it. 10 laps to go now. 10 to go for Larson. Hamlin is just running in his line, trying to run in his draft, trying to make the air dirty on Larson to pull him back. I don't know if he's really pulling him back right there. But I think he might have something here. Larson just has a mirror full of Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin running, now trying to run a different line in that race car. Closing in ever so slightly on the 5. But you know, you got maybe a 3-car horse. A 3-horse race right up here. Between Larson, Hamlin, and Logano. 3 different manufacturers. Chevy, Toyota, Ford. That's how they run. 7 to go now. Laps just ticking on by. Oh, Larson's going to drift to the track a little bit. Hamlin doesn't really gain anything. He's just sticking there. 6 to go. 6 to go now for Kyle Larson. Hamlin, I saw him gain just a little bit right there, a few inches off of 2. Now he's going to gain a lot here in 3 and 4. Pretty much coming in on his back bumper, has to back off a little bit. 5 to go for car 5. Hamlin just is really good in the turns, but he's terrible off corner exit. 4 to go. Time running out for Hamlin and Logano. Now Logano's going to start the battle with the 11. I think Hamlin might have just lost the race right there. I'm not sure. It's not over till the checker flag waves and the fat lady sings. Three to go this time by. Coming to 2 laps to go. 2 to go now for Kyle Larson. Trying to hold off to get a second win of the year. Will he be able to do it? He's the 2021 Cup Series champion, trying to get championship number 2, trying to become the first driver to lock himself in the next round. And I can confirm this right now with Hamlin and Bell's finish. They have locked in on points into the round of 12. White flag is out. One more time around for Kyle Larson. And Kyle Larson won here in the Truck Series 12 years ago, back in 2013. He was flawless on that last restart. Got it from Ty Gibbs. And out of 3 and 4. Win 2 for car 5 in 2025. Kyle Larson wins at Rockingham. Hamlin second, Logano third, Ty Gibbs fourth, Chris Buescher fifth. Wow, that was one heck of a battle, one hell of a race right there. As Larson comes to the start-finish line and will begin to burn it down. Like I mentioned, second win of the year, moves on into the round of 12, into the playoffs. Larson's such a talented driver. Knows how to pretty much win anywhere. And this is why he's a proven NASCAR Cup Series champion. Because he's been able to win at those moments, those great moments. Burn it down, brother. Trying to do a lot of things right here. Back it up. Oh, he blew the engine. He blew the transmission out of the thing. Oh, my goodness, though. Here's the playoff standings after this race. Kyle Larson right there. You can see him moving on into the next round. Then you guys have the 4 guys under there. Kyle Busch. And then everyone else under him is pretty much going to be in a must-win situation in Bristol. Cole Custer going to be in a must-win situation. Riley Herbst in a big must-win situation. Kyle Busch just has to have a decent finish. Probably, I would say, within the top 15, top 10 order for him to move on. That would knock out Sheldon Creed, I believe, and maybe Ty Gibbs. So, yeah, that does it for our coverage.